Brendan, this part's for you. When you were ejected, what led up to the ump kicking you out right away? Also, what type of coach do you consider yourself personality-wise?
I wish you gave me an option for personalities. What led up to? I just think that's his thing. Like I said, he kicked out 2 or 3 coaches prior to me from another game. Apparently, that's his thing. You know, he's super sensitive. I'm fucking Shrek out there, so he's probably already on his heels when I came at him. You know, so it's not like I was that aggressive. So I just think it's more of his issue than mine. You know, it's like, all right, cool. I live to fight another day. As far as coaching, what kind of coach am I? On Tiger, I'm really tough, but I cuss around the kids. You know, I tell the parents too, like, pretty strict, cuss around the kids. If you don't like it, I get it. I'm not the coach for you. Yeah, pretty strict. I believe in, like, discipline, like if they mess up, like running.
Rappaport used to coach my nephew in basketball. He would get so passionate. Like, he was so funny, and he would swear, but his parents didn't mind because he cared so much about the kids. He'd be like, yeah, I wake up on Saturday for this shit. I don't know why I'm waking up. You guys are not going to fucking do your jobs. Then what am I supposed to do?
Yeah,
I mean,
Rappaport's
this is the
hilarious.
kind of shit I can't deal with, man. Just fucking get that. Like, he's so excited, but the parents knew how much he loved the kids, how much he loved the game, and how much he wanted them to win.
Yeah, I think
was
the
so
parents
great.
know I want what's best for them.
Yeah.
So, you know, everyone's cool with it.
Yeah.
But especially on Tiger, pretty strict.
Okay.
No, the only is especially even if the kids they're not the best players, I don't care as long as they're giving me effort. Then
Yep.
we're good. But once you start bullshitting, then I have a problem.
How do you deal with, like, a lazy little
I'll
one?
bench them.
Really?
Oh yeah. Oh
You'll
yeah.
bench him.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You ever have a parent come up to you yet?
Just in football.
You're doing both. You coach both?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And you love it.
Love it. Love it. But Tiger's outgrown. This is the last. He's 9. I can't coach him anymore. He's way above my skill level. Yeah, this is it. I got Bosty though. Oh yeah, he's too good. He knows more about baseball than I do.
What?
Like the base running and the pickoffs. Like his IQ's way higher than mine. Yeah, I can't pitch. I was pitching him last night and my fucking arm's sore. I throw as fast as I can. I can't.
Really?
I can't get anything by him. No. He's outdone me. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
At
he needs a real coach. Wow. Yeah. To get to where he wants to go, he needs a real coach.
Let's take a little break because it's playoff time. I want to see if I can make money.
This guy, Brendan Schaub, is a walking contradiction. Everything out of his mouth is a lie, and then he contradicts himself. So, first of all, still blaming the umpire. But then, without realizing it, confirms he's a bad dad and kind of backs up what the umpire did. So, he got thrown out of the game for swearing. That's what Brendan Schaub got thrown out of that game for. Swearing multiple times. And then he admits, oh, I swear all the time around the kids, around people's kids. If you don't want me as a coach, first of all, they don't want you as a coach, stupid. Why do you think they keep uploading footage of you to the Fighter and the Kids subreddit? That's how much the other parents hate you and they don't want you as a coach. That's how much the actual coach don't like you. We saw that first video. The coach is there hitting balls to the kid and Schaub is standing next to him, just inserting himself into everything. And then the coach, most likely, or someone else, probably the coach, edited that footage to show Brendan Schaub just looking terrible and not being able to catch a ball, and then uploaded it to the Fighter and the Kids subreddit. And then they uploaded the footage of Brendan Schaub getting ejected from his son's baseball game. And by the way, that was the people around you. There are some good detectives at the Fighter and the Kids subreddit, but no one's that good to somehow get the footage of you at your kid's baseball game. So all the other parents hate you. And then he admits that he's not a good coach, but he's very tough on Tiger. But someone else should probably coach Tiger going forward in baseball. If that's the case, then why are you there? Like, why are you there then, dude? If you know you're terrible at it. And this goes back to the thing when he was arguing with Callan. He was like, I'm a good dad. My kids don't have access to any of that, not their friends' tablets, even at their friend's house, they don't have access to it. But you're just walking around swearing at your kids and their friends and stuff. Oh my God, this dude is a clown. Everything he says is just bullshit. But he'll let like little truths slip once in a while. So I believe he just walks around swearing and dipping and, dropping Adderall or something. He's probably drunk half the time at these games and stuff. And like, everyone there is just happy that this weirdo is moving to Texas, and it can't happen quick enough for all the people around him. Probably bullies himself around and goes, Joe Rogan is my best friend. Let me on your team. And he so does that because they do that with everything else. They throw around Joe Rogan's name. So they do that around the normies. And then he goes on his podcast and trashes the other people's kids on the baseball team, like the little fat kid and stuff. So it's like, now the only consolation prize is no one watches Brendan Schaub's podcast anymore. But to a normal person, they're probably like, whoa, Tiger's dad is friends with Joe Rogan and he's trashing my kid on his podcast. Well, let me upload this footage. Yeah, so like this whole Ask Me Anything, by the way, was terrible. The bullshit questions. Schaub, since you're crushing it and you're amazing at fighting, what do you see for yourself? How are you so successful? It's like, even if that was a real question, which it wasn't, why would you even read that? Because no one's going to think that. So, truly pathetic. This podcast, I wonder what it's going to look like when they move down to Texas. Like, where it's going to be Schaub, Callan, Chin. Schnoz isn't going, and Schaub is very upset about that because, he's so probably banging that big-nosed chick, but she at least smart enough to know, Daddy paid for me to be in L.A. as a producer making no money, but I can't move to Texas on a dead podcast. So you got that happening. He's going to be bothering Brian Callen whenever he performs at the comedy mothership, Joe Rogan's club. Every episode they do now is a Ask Me Anything, so people can email in questions that they're not going to read, but they can just get a hold of your email address and try to sell it to data companies and stuff. This truly is just sad and pathetic, but this man is so stupid that he would just go on and admit that, yeah, I just yell at all the kids and swear at them. Really, dummy? And why? And you're supposed to be a good coach. Why don't you figure out why everyone around you is uploading footage of you to your hate subs, stupid? But no self-reflection, no self-awareness. Not funny. Wife's annoying and just as dumb. Just a rich kid who's bragging about being rich when he's really just using his father's money. Truly sad. Truly pathetic. Look at it. Looking like Jamal. Looking like Camel Joe. But yeah, so this Ask Me Anything. Yeah, I mean, I must say I didn't get to make 3 videos out of it. So for me, not that bad. But for him, oof. Terrible. I mean, getting ejected out of that baseball game. Like, what are you doing, dude? Stop swearing around the 9-year-olds. So let me know your thoughts in the comments.